Dear Cancers and Cancer Risings, welcome. We are here for the July monthly horoscope interpretations. I wish you many beautiful years ahead. Whatever you desire in your heart, whatever news you are waiting for, I hope it reaches you. We are starting with the sun in your sign, but Mercury will also be in retrograde in your sign, and a new moon will occur in your sign on July 14th. Therefore, since you are actually at the center of your personality, your decisions, your relationships, how will it all progress slowly? I can say this is a month to for returning to your essence, to yourself, where you have agendas and make decisions regarding these things. Now, first of all, you are visible. You are attracting attention. People are noticing you. You are putting yourself at the center. But since Mercury will be in retrograde until July 25th, some old issues regarding yourself might come to the agenda again. You may question your old decisions. News from past relationships may arrive, meaning something you said or didn't say in the past may come back before you. What do you really want? Who are you trying to explain what to? Which version of you is very powerful, but which version of you doesn't belong to you? For a long time, you have tried to stop yourself against certain issues stemming from others. This month will bring all of this before you are. Actually, what will challenge you the most is that everyone expects something from you, but you want to hear your own voice. Because here with Mars in your 12th house, what was the 12th house, semi-house? It's a bit more, but behind the scenes for your seek, hidden stresses, what you have suppressed, traumas, what we have ignored, what we have disregarded, the part of you that says, I'm tired, I don't want to carry things anymore, is activating itself. It says that's enough. I mean, look, someone is constantly expecting something from you, but you are tired and you need to say this now. By the way, secret matter might be revealed around July 4th. I mean, let's say the first week of July. A secret, a piece of gossip, a situation developing behind the scenes. It might be like having trouble falling asleep at night, or having your sleep disturbed. People here might be talking to you by manipulating a bit. You need to manage these areas carefully. Don't open your heart to everyone, first of all. I can tell you that clearly. Not everyone who smiles is a friend, and not everyone who is silent is your enemy. Here, people who seem not to support you might actually be supporting you deep down, while those who seem to support you might not really want to be happy or very successful. Watch out for these. There is a harsh aspect on July 6th. You may need to establish a balance with your career goals, responsibilities, and your own personal needs. For example, this could be a spouse's family, an authority figure, a boss, or an elder in the family. Stress related to your career may arise here or here. You need to proceed strategically, not emotionally. Let me say exactly that. Actually, that is the issue here. You are going through a process where you need to move strategically. And a new moon is occurring in your sign on July 14th. You no longer want to put yourself on the back burner. You want to put your own desires at the center of your life. The desire to turn a new page regarding yourself is growing, and you are starting to enjoy life more. Perhaps you want to make a change to your hair, your image, or your appearance. You want to turn a new page. You want to make a fresh start in your life. You just need to not forget about the Mercury retrograde, because the Mercury retrograde is happening in your sign. This is not the right time to make a new start. I recommend that you wait a little longer, observe, research what you want, and actually live it with it for after July 25th, yes, because there are returns from old lovers and new relationships. You want to feel more beautiful and special. You want to make decisions about yourself. The only thing with Mercury retrograde is that sometimes we might not see things clearly, or we might feel regret afterward. Therefore, it is very important here to give yourself some time, that is, to come to terms with the past. Let me state this to you clearly. This is a matter you need to handle during this process. You can think of it as first settling your accounts with the past and then moving on to a new page. Whatever burdens or responsibilities you need to let go of, Mercury retrograde actually wants you to release them. It is trying to show you these things. Perhaps it is stress, perhaps anger, resentment, or a grudge towards someone. You need to let these go. You need to let go of the things you worry about. Perhaps you need to talk about or express the things you have been keeping inside. Definitely make these your priority in the month of July. Let me state this clearly. With the Mercury retrograde, you need to let go of some things. On the other hand, there is also a harsh aspect here. I want to talk about this as well regarding your circle of friends, your future plans. And money matters, you might need to attend an organization, that case, you might need to attend a wedding or an invitation. There might be an interaction regarding money and financial issues in these places. For example, even if you feel you have to spend a lot of money or feel obligated to do so, it is very important to keep your spending measured. Let me state this clearly. By the way, after July 9th, Venus will be moving into Virgo. It will actually make your communication a bit more relaxed. It will provide support. Yes, Mercury is retrograde in your sign, but it is still supporting you. Short trips might begin for you. Your meetings might become more pleasant. Especially around July 10th, there is a nice aspect. Conversations you have with your siblings and close circle might be very good for you. A message, a phone call, a confrontation, or a sincere conversation might help untie a knot inside you. You need to be careful with these same developments. Between July 10th and 11th, Venus has a harsh aspect with Uranus. There might be a sudden tension with siblings or relatives. Although I am saying this right after the healing part, news might come from somewhere completely different. Sudden, unexpected news may arrive. You need to be careful about gossip, hearsay, misunderstandings, and phrases like, I heard it this way. Blah. Meaning, not everything you hear here might be true. Please do not accept anything without filtering it first and avoid reacting impulsively at incoming conversations or statements. And as you know, Jupiter left your sign and moved into Leo, entering your financial sector back on June 23rd. Because of that, it wasn't very clear in June. But now, starting from July, we are beginning to understand this process. So there is a very strong energy for you, especially towards the end of the month, regarding earnings and money. You may receive a nice payment. Some good money might come in. Perhaps you are looking for a new job. Maybe you are expecting you offer. It could be a conversation that brings money. I can see that there is opportunity for income growth and earnings. Such a door is opening. But we must not ignore the Mercury retrograde here. In other words, it is very important to close the chapter on the past. Afterward, a nice door will open at the end of the month and you could earn a good income or experience something that boosts your self-confidence. A full moon takes place in Aquarius on July 29th. It will affect your joint finances, your spouse's money, loans, bank money, and inheritance matters. At the same time, this is an area that discusses not just joint finances, but also psychologically intimate subjects. And here, who do you trust and to what extent? How much can you lean on someone? Who are you truly attached to and how much? Is your life progressing in a way where you are emotionally or financially dependent on someone? If it were in your power, would you still choose to live this life? This full moon in Aquarius is trying to show you exactly this. If there are moves you need to make to fix things, it is actually trying to tell you that at the end of the month, Saturn will begin its retrograde. You are one of the signs most affected by this retrograde because it takes place in your sector of career status, goals, and your standing before the public. It is a retrograde occurring in the area of how people see you and your achievements. The responsibilities you have taken on in your career in recent months, the projects you started, or the burdens you assumed may be reviewed and reevaluated. You may question whether a job is truly right for you. To make a more solid career plan, it is necessary to step back a little and question things. And that is exactly the kind of process it is. Following that, Neptune will also begin its retrograde. Here, it will shed light on things in your career that previously create confusion or things you pushed too hard on when you shouldn't have. Like when we say the veil has fallen over one's eyes. That is exactly what I'm talking about. If there is a situation where your judgment was clouded, it will want you to realize those things. This process will actually leave kind of effect on you. In other words, we can say that July is a month where you really declare yourself dear Cancer. Especially in the first half, there is an influence regarding your identity, your body, and your decisions, and an internal feeling of saying, I choose my own path this way. And you're in a good and right time to close the past regarding yourself. meaning to settle scores with a face and close out things that no longer serve you, but which you still carry as burdens from the past as daily math. And regarding money, a strong door may open before you in terms of earning, feeling valuable, and taking back control of your life. When you prepare yourself this month, life actually gives you what you deserve. I can say this clearly. July is your month. Do not postpone yourself. Put yourself at your center. A month awaits you where you need to cleanse yourself from tiring burdens, secret issues you've bottled up inside relationships and people. I wish you all a wonderful month. I'm glad you exist. Happy birthday. Thank you for listening to me. See you in the next video. I say goodbye. But before I say that, I want to say one more thing, all right? It is also my mother-in-law's birthday. I hope it will be a healthy, happy, and beautiful age for her too. I love you. Goodbye.